And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
I'm always interested in a new game from Smirk and Dagger because their games are mean, but they're fun mean. They're games where you go after each other. I guess they're not always mean, but they're often mean. One of his favorite games is Cutthroat Caverns. Well, today we're taking a look at Dead Last. And Dead Last is a game where you're just trying to vote other players to get shot and then take gold. It's kind of like cashing guns, but instead of pointing guns, you're just voting. But you can make all sorts of deals beforehand. It is crazy, it is insane, and it can go up to 12 players. Is such a thing possible? Let me show you. At the beginning of the game, each player is going to get a color person that they are, so emerald, gray, purple, teal, and you're going to put it in a stand, so you'll have that color in front of you, and then you're going to get a bunch of cards. Let's say you're pink, you'll take the pink cards, you have a card for each other player in the game, as well as a card that says ambush, that's your own color. So if certain colors aren't being played, you just get rid of those cards, like, oh, black and brown aren't in the game, I'll get rid of them, yellow and blue aren't in the game, they're out, whatever. So you have one card for everyone else, plus an ambush card for yourself. Then you start each round. And for each round, you're going to take 4 cards from this gold bar deck and put them in the middle of the table. These cards range from 3 to 5. So they're going to be worth that much. And you're trying to get a certain number of points. 25 points worth of gold in for a game. And if you're playing 10 to 12 players, 24 points of gold, as if that really matters at all. But anyhow, so each round of the game, you are all going to be voting. So you can put a time limit on it. The rule book says 90 seconds. I agree. 90 seconds is a good amount of time. And you can point at other people. You can say, hey, let's all vote for green. Let's get rid of green. You can say whatever you want. You can flash your cards at people. You can go into another room and talk secretly. You can do whatever you want as long as it comes back at 90 seconds. Time is up. And everybody has to vote. Now, when everybody votes, they're going to put a card down in the middle of the table. And then you're going to flip all those cards face up. Now you're going to look at all the votes that have been gotten, and if there is one person who's gotten more votes than anybody else, that person is the target. If there's a tie, then there's multiple targets. So let's say there's a 5-player game. Teal is the target here. So Teal is going to die. They're out. Also, these 3 people didn't vote for Teal. They are also out of the game. So only the 2 people who voted for Teal would still be in the game. So you want to make sure that you're voting with the majority group in this game, because if you don't, you're going to be out, and that can be kind of tricky. Now, if you think everybody is coming for you, that is when you would play your ambush. So if Emerald here thinks everyone's coming for him, he'll play his ambush. If he is the target, which means the most people voted for him, fine. Otherwise, he's out. If you play an ambush card, you're not the target, you're out. But if you are the target, then you are still in. You pick one of the people who targeted you, and they are also out of the game. Or out of that round, anyway. Then you see how many players are left in the round, and you go again. If there's only one person left in the round, that person's going to get all 4 of the gold bar cards. Hooray! If there is nobody left because everyone mutually eliminated themselves, well, then no one gets any. We add more gold cards, and we start again. If there's only 2 people left, and this will happen often, then the final showdown happens. This is the prisoner's dilemma. Each player is going to get 3 cards, share, steal, grab one, and go. They're going to talk, and then they're going to, with each other, make some sort of deal and play them. If they both play share cards, they will each get 2 of the 4 gold cards in the middle of the table. Hooray! If one plays share and the other plays steal, the person who plays steal gets all 4, and the person who plays share gets nothing. If they both play steal cards, neither one of them gets nothing, and every other player in the game gets a gold bar. Ha ha ha. If you play grab one and go, you will get 1, and then no matter what happens. So this is a guaranteed 1 gold bar. So if you play 1 and the other person plays steal, you get 1, they get 3. If you play 1 and the other person plays share, you get 1 and they get 2. And so then now after the final showdown is over, you go back and you keep going till someone gets enough points worth of these gold bars. That person is the winner of the game. This game is so fun. I really enjoyed this. Now, what this game reminds me of, if you've ever seen the TV show Survivor, in Survivor, there's always all these challenges and all that stuff. But at the end of almost every episode, they have to vote someone off the island. And there's all these machinations going on, and players are saying, do this, and they're voting with each other, and they're talking people, they're making alliances, and I'm going to vote for who and who and who. That's exactly what this game feels like, except that's happening within the course of a minute and 30 seconds. And I love that. I love that you can show people and you can do things, and one person can say, I'm going for blue, who's with me? And other people can join them. You can have a block of people who will vote together, but then those people are eventually going to have to split up, and only one person's going to win the game. So you're going to make deals, you're going to make alliances, you're going to say, this person already has a lot of gold bars, so why should I go for him? And the artwork is fantastic. The colors are bright and easy to see. I would guess that it might be a problem for colorblind people, except for the fact that each person also has a very different illustration on them. So you can go for that. So if I flash you this teal card, for example, you can look and see what the character looks like. So I like that too. But if you can see the colors, they're bright and it looks good and it's a lot of fun. This game also, I'm going to try to package it up in a smaller box to be able to carry it around, because this is a great game for conventions. I was worried, would it be able to handle 12 players, but it can go to large amounts of players, and that makes it even more fun. And you walk around a table and make these deals. And you might get angry because people backstab you, but then you can backstab them in the very next round. I don't mind treacherous decisions like this when they're made within 90 seconds. And just the game will ebb and flow based on what has happened before. And then when it comes down to that prisoner's dilemma, I always thought prisoner's dilemma is an interesting thing as long as there's not real stakes online. Like they did at a game show one time and there was real things, and that I didn't like that. But here it's just a fun little game. And you can always do that take one and run, which is a new wrinkle added to the prisoner's dilemma, and I like that. Or when you both shoot each other, everyone else gets a gold bar. That's great. So it keeps you from saying, well, I'm just going to steal no matter what. If you get nothing, neither will I. Yeah, but then we're helping everyone else out in the game. So all this combines to make a very entertaining, just chewing each other out, fighting, arguing, yelling. I mean, if you have a problem when people get very angry, maybe those folks shouldn't play this game. But I think even then, they can get their revenge the very next round. As soon as the round is over, you're back up on your feet and you can do it again. And then the person who betrayed you, maybe this time you're going to make a deal with them and betray someone else. This takes all the things I like about these big, hefty negotiation games and distills it down into a quick, fast, fun package. I was really surprised. I mean, I thought I would probably like the game. I was really surprised just how much I liked it. I can't wait to put it in my collection. Dice Tower Judgment, into my collection!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!